This video will review the Turnover Report tab on the Workforce Deployment Dashboard. The Department of Human Resources and the Edison Business Intelligence team in the Department of Finance and Administration has collaborated to build an easy-to-read series of dashboards in the Business Intelligence module of Edison. The Workforce Deployment Dashboard contains key human capital management data metrics that begin at the highest level, such as staffing, turnover, and demographics, in an easy-to-read format. In this video, we will be discussing the various reports containing turnover data that appear in the Workforce Deployment Dashboard. The turnover in this dashboard is agency and division level overall turnover. Turnover related to demographics, supervisors, location, performance, and high volume can be found on the retention dashboard. Please see the videos for the retention dashboard for more information. Before showing the dashboards, we will address the formula used for calculating turnover. The formula used is recommended by the Society of Human Resources Management, or SHRM. SHRM recommends using 3 data points, or headcount snapshots, within the time frame being analyzed to determine an average headcount. Unfortunately, the Business Intelligence System restrictions only allow the use of 2 data points. DOHR has compared variances of using 3 data points versus 2 data points. In most cases, the difference was tenths or hundredths of a percentage point. In BI, the average headcount is determined by the headcount on the last day of the range being analyzed and the headcount from the same day of the previous year, or the first day of the range, whichever is applicable for the data being analyzed. Here's the formula used for calculating turnover in business intelligence based on the SHRM recommendation. Take the number of separations during the time frame. Then calculate the average headcount by adding the headcount snapshots of the last day of the range and 1 year previous, or the first day of the range if less than 1 year, and divide the result by 2. Then divide the number of separations by average headcount. Here's an example using numbers to help explain the calculation for calendar year 2021. The number of employees on December 31st, 2021 was 110. The number of employees on December 31st, 2020 was 90. The total number of separations in calendar year 2021 was 15. First, add 110 and 90, and divide that result, which is 200, by 2. Then, divide the number of separations 15 by the average headcount of 100. The result is 15%. The calculation is done automatically in BI on filter choices. For consistency, this is the formula we use when having to pull data out of the system to calculate turnover not yet available in dashboard form. There will be other videos available for assisting in those scenarios. If further assistance is needed, contact the OPDM team via the information available at the end of this video. There are 2 ways to access the Business Intelligence module from the Edison homepage. The first way is to click here. Under the Other Applications list, click on Business Intelligence. The second way is to click on the navigation bar in the top right corner. Click on Menu, and then click on Business Intelligence. From the home page, access the Workforce Deployment Dashboard by clicking on the Dashboard drawdown at the top right of the page. On the list of dashboards, click on Workforce Deployment. Workforce Deployment Dashboard's default is to open to the Overview tab. To access turnover data, click on the Turnover tab. While the Staffing tab reported the staffing level on the last day in the filter range, the turnover report is a cumulative number. The filter defaults to current data by showing the current year in the calendar year field. The default data will be for the entire current year from January 1st to the close of business the previous day. If a year other than the current year is chosen, the turnover data is shown for the entire year. That would be January 1st to December 31st. When quarter or month parameters are chosen, the cumulative data is reduced to those time frames. For example, choosing calendar year 2021 and quarter 1 will return the turnover data for January 21 to the end of March 21. Instead of quarters works the same way. For example, Choosing calendar year 2021 and January 2021 will return data only for January 2021. Choosing multiple years, multiple quarters, and/or multiple months will show cumulative turnover data for the entire range selected. All of the previous filter instructions apply to the fiscal year filters as well. We'll show how the data reads on the turnover tab. For the rest of this video, the filters are set for calendar year 2021, executive branch, and to view the Department of Revenue data. This indicates that the data in this video is for all of 2021, January 1st to December 31st. This tab will contain one report with 3 views of turnover data. There is a graph and 3 tables on this report that shows data for overall turnover, full-time turnover, and part-time turnover. The graph is a view of the percentages of the overall turnover in subcategories. The graphs will not have drill down capabilities. The top table is overall agency turnover data. This table includes an overall employee headcount, average employee headcount based on the calculations we saw in slides 3 and 4, total terminations, employee turnover rate percentage. Then, the turnover is broken down by voluntary and involuntary turnover reasons. The next 3 boxes are callouts of specific type of turnover. Transfer out, which is agency to agency transfers, retirements, and reduction in force. These numbers are included in the overall turnover calculations, but these data points are there as a quick reference. The last box is cancellation of appointments. This data point is not included in the turnover, but is a data point worth watching. DOHR has set an 18% goal for overall turnover. When an agency's overall turnover exceeds 18%, a red flag will appear next to the percentage to alert the user of the missed goal. The 2 lower tables show the agency overall turnover broken down by full-time and part-time. For each category, there's an overall turnover percentage and percentages for voluntary and involuntary reasons. The 1 call-out box on each table shows agency to agency transfers for that category. Like all other reports on BI dashboards, the drill down option or obtaining more detail is available on all data points shown in the tables. We will show an example of the total termination drill down in this table. To drill down, left click on the desired number. 3 options appear: view total by agency, view total by agency percentage, and view total by list. Clicking on the view total by agency produces a count of termination type, voluntary and involuntary, and the termination reason, which is keyed into Edison. Left click on the total number or any one of the numbers in the termination count column produces 2 more levels of drill down, by department ID and division, and view by list. Clicking on department ID and division will further break down the data by division number and name. Clicking on any one of the numbers in the count column, or the total after clicking on the blue expand arrows, will give an option to view the data by list or in staffing pattern format. Certain data in this view has been redacted for privacy reasons. The second option on the main turnover tab is view total by agency percentage. Clicking on this drill down option will produce a redundant page. This is by design due to users with multiple agency access. Click again on the drill down option. Click on view by total department ID division percentage. And the top table shows the breakdown of overall turnover by division, including a percentage breakdown by voluntary and involuntary turnover. A second table has the same information, but for full-time employees only. A third table, not shown here, has part-time employee turnover data. The third option on the main turnover tab is view total by list. This will bring the user directly to the staffing pattern like employee detail listing. As a reminder, the drill downs shown in this video are available on all data points on each table. Usually the numbers have the drill down hyperlinks, the percentages do not. Another reminder is that any of the views of the data from the main page to the drill downs can be exported to allow for presentations or data reporting. Look for and click on the export at the bottom of the reports. This concludes the Workforce Deployment Turnover Report training. Please view our other videos in this section to learn more about the individual dashboards and reports. If you have any questions, please contact a member of the DOHR Organizational Performance and Data Management team directly via email or at dohr.opdm@tn.gov. Thank you.